Welcome back. This video we're going to prepare one of our two meals that we got in our latest shipment. It's going to be the summer vegetable pizza. Looking at it, you can see all of our ingredients here. We're going to have some pizza dough. We have some mozzarella cheese. We have some Parmesan cheese. Some tomato sauce. And some garlic. And some peppers. These are Tinkerbell peppers. And we got broccolini, corn, lemon, red onion, and basil. So we're going to get to it. What we're going to end up doing is chopping everything up pretty much. Shredding the basil. It'll look like that on there. Let's start chopping. And the first thing we're going to do is turn the oven on, 475. As you can see, we've chopped the garlic. That's half the garlic with the juice of the lemon. We're going to use that to dress the broccoli. That'll be our side dish. We got some corn off of the cob now, the onion chopped, and then the peppers kind of thinly sliced. And as you can hear, the kids are excited about that. Here's the rest of the garlic. We'll use that later. And then we've kind of stemmed up the broccolinis. We're going to cook these up, and that'll be our side dish. So let's head over here and we will start the corn and onion in the pot. We're over at the stove now. We're going to turn the front burner on medium-high for this stove. It happens to be about a 5 or 6. I'm not going to go all the way to high, maybe 6. Good old-fashioned olive oil, choose your own brand. Tablespoon. That's a generous tablespoon because I don't typically measure. We're going to let that warm up. The corn. Onion. 2 to 4 minutes. And just get it mixed up. We'll let that sit 2 to 4 minutes. Our sauce is going to go into a small pan. And we'll let that simmer. Then we'll put the remaining garlic in. And we've got the back burner on. And apparently there's something on the burner. So that'll smoke out, but no big deal. We're just going to mix that garlic in. That's going to become our base sauce for the pizza. We're going to go ahead and let salt and pepper represent to both the onions and corn, and also into the tomato sauce, as well as our salt. Mix. And the grease. Use a paper towel, spread it around. While we were getting ready, I did pull the corn and onion off. Turn that burner off. And I turned the tomato sauce down a little bit so it doesn't boil over. All we're going to do is kind of stretch this out. Already turned the water on, it's on high, and put some salt in there. That's to help boil and whatnot. And the sauce is on low in the back. So now we can go over here and see that I've kind of stretched out the dough a bit. Just going to transfer this over. Try and get it to stretch pretty decently to the square, rectangle rather, shape of the pan. And it's actually a pretty good fit. So I'm just going to kind of scrape it out a little bit. Hopefully you can see that. And I'm going to go right down the middle, and then I'll just spread it out with the spatula. putting the mozzarella on. One piece of advice, if you've never worked with fresh mozzarella, you can see it comes in a big kind of chunk. It has some milk wateriness to it, so open it up over a sink or something. You can see it just pulls apart. And we're just going to spread it around the pie, and that will melt out nice and make for a nice cheesy pizza pie. Now we're going to go ahead and add in our little peppers and just try to spread them out a little bit. Next is the corn, and we're just going to spread it down. Pizza's about ready to go in the oven. We'll grab that and put it in. My water's also boiling for the broccoli, so let's go over to the stove and we'll get this stuff rolling. First things first, again, the oven is at 475. Everything is ready. The basil will come on after we've cooked it. Broccoli is going to go in. You can see that it's rolling, boil now. We'll let that boil. We'll let the pizza bake. And in the meantime we wait, broccoli is done, so we're going to transfer this over to our prepping bowl, serving bowl. Pizza got a nice bright green, so we didn't cook it for very long. Put a little bit of olive oil in, about 2 tablespoons. Our lemon and garlic. And we're just going to put the Parmesan cheese right on top. And this is ready to go. We've got about 10 minutes for the pizza. I'll toss that. Timer is beeping, which means we are ready to take her out. So let's see what it looks like. Ooh, a little bit of heat. Crust looks good and done. I'll let it sit for a minute, and then we'll cut it up and serve it up. Pizza has been transferred over to my prep area, so I'm just going to go ahead and put these basil strips on. I already ripped them off the stem, so just kind of tearing them up a little bit so that, as you can see, this is definitely going to be more than 4 servings. I'm just going to do some small pieces for the very rare chance that somebody doesn't like this. So we're going to plate up a little bit of broccoli. And then we'll sit down and eat. Pizza, broccolini, another empty plate, demolished. I'd say this one was a good success. 2 thumbs up. Summer vegetable pizza. Blue Apron. Like the video, subscribe to my channel. Check back for the next recipe from this delivery.